Hey, have you, an insurance agency owner, ever looked around and thought, this whole thing is starting to feel stacked against me? Because we're living in a wild moment in time right now. I mean, corporate giants with unlimited budgets are coming after your clients. Tech companies are throwing tens of millions of dollars into building quoting bots. Entire AI platforms are being trained to replace you, to replace your team. And I mean this literally. They are trying to eliminate the local insurance agent, remove that human layer, replace the personal relationship, and deliver everything from the quote to the conversation to the service through a machine. It does a great job. It does exactly what I tell it to do. It never gets tired, and it works. It can only replace a mediocre system. And can never replace a professional. Amateurs will be gone, professionals will remain. Right now, in this moment, where are you on that continuum between amateur and professional? What we're gonna be talking about is, where's your team on that continuum between amateur and professional? This is not a drill. This is the most dangerous moment we've seen in 30 years as agency owners. And you have a choice right now. You either step into it or get swept away by it. That's why I'm making this video. Because I know that insurance agencies that choose to move their teams from amateur to professionals can still dominate. But not by doing business the old way, not by just grinding harder. You win today by building a team-led, system-driven, purpose-fueled agency that scales, with or without you. Let's talk about how that can be done. Hello, my name is Tim Lecher. I have insurance agencies in Western Nebraska. The 3 locations are all about 90 miles apart. One of the agencies is what my company calls a MOA. The other one's a MOA, Multiple Office Agency. And I have a third one that it's called the CSSO. Maybe you've seen me before in ADP agency development program through State Farm at a workshop or inside a training video. From 2006 to 2020, I trained over 3,800 agents across the country, 5,000 of their team members. But late in that run, a few agents said something that stuck with me, kind of punched me a little bit. Tim, you're coaching from theory. You're not in the field anymore. Listen, I hated hearing that because I knew what I was teaching worked. I had taken it to agencies. I've seen what happened, but I had to be honest. There was a part of me that wondered, were they right? So when COVID hit and I got a call from a VPA, Vice President of Agency, asking me if I'd take over a 1.6 million agency, I said yes. Not because I needed the role, not because I wanted to be an agent again. It wasn't on my list, but because I needed to prove something to them and to myself. So I jumped back in February 2020 in the middle of that pandemic. And here's what I found. Well, they were kind of right. Some of what I was coaching was too theoretical. So I stripped it all down, started from scratch, met with 7 to 8 customers a day, rebuilding every process, every conversation, every step. And over 5 months, I rebuilt the playbook. Not just something that worked for me, but a system I could teach my team. That was the key. So I took action. I started coaching my team on it daily. And when that system clicked, everything changed. Like team member at Madison, she was a baker, baking those little cream-filled, colorful cookies. They call them macaroons, I guess. Right before she came on the team and turned into a producer, well, she moved from that baking job and she started, within 6 months, she started writing 10 life apps a month. Then there's Chelsea. She's a 7-year veteran with agency when she came on my team, had been with 3 different agents. And she sold more than 5 or 6 life policies a year. But in her first year, she closed 120 in that first 12 months using the development model that we had built. This wasn't about luck. It wasn't about hiring a unicorn team. It was about a system, belief, clarity, and the right daily coaching rhythm. That agency, it went from that 1.6 million to 10 million in 5 years. And I did it using the same 6-part method I now coach through the Client 365. That method is the foundation of our 3-day live virtual event called My Next Agency Event. And I want to personally invite you. Here's what you need to know. This is not fluff. This is not a pitch fest. And this is not more ideas to clutter your brain. This is This is implementation. You will build a tailored, personalized, your 90-day growth blueprint in real time with us, live virtually inside a curated room of serious agents. Here's what we talk through. We talk about your purpose, in faith, in your family, in fitness, in finance, and in business, so you can lead with clarity and overflow. You will learn that you need to have a North Star. You've got to have the target built for yourself, but you also have to have it built for an agency. You need your team to have their own targets that they can clarify and articulate and know about. But it's having that deep-seated reason why you're going to do what you must do to win and stay relevant every day. Then we coming into the process. It's a teachable team sales rhythm that works without you in the room, that creates engagement, efficiency, and most important, a culture, which runs us into building a power proposal. It's a two-part close that turns every conversation into a progression of expansion. And then there's the persuasion. We'll talk about handling every objection with belief, not pressure. And then finally, we'll get into the potential, installing a daily development plan for your every team member. Listen, a lot of us played sports, and it didn't matter if you were on a championship team, it didn't matter what you were doing. You practice daily. It didn't matter if it was the beginning of the season or if it was the moments before a championship game, you went out and you worked on fundamentals. That is a must that has to be done on a daily basis. You will learn how to do that. And then the progression of how you build your 5-year scale strategy to 2x, 5x, or 7x your growth. I'm not teaching theory anymore. I'm doing this every day right now inside my 3 offices. And that same system we use, we've installed it in other agencies, from $1 million agencies to $10 million and beyond. It works, and it'll work for you. So let's talk about the investment. The 3-day event is $997. That's it. You'll get 15 hours of live training, live implementation, your 90-day plan, and the core blueprint for running a team-led, purpose-driven agency. And listen, this thing pays for itself 10x in your first month. If all it does is help your team close 1 extra life policy a week, or along with 1 new raw household per week, well, boom, 10x return just on that. Just like that. But let me give you a challenge. Grab a notebook right now, grab your tablet, and write this number down. Right now, write it down. 7 households, 100, just 7. Now, second step, go to each team member. Point at that number, tell them the date you chose to come to the live virtual event, and ask them how many new households and life policies, but mainly households of those 7 will they want to commit to by that date. So have them pick their number. You got 2-3 team members, they're going to pick 2 each. Third step is now ask them what 3 activities they're going to work on to get those households. Now, done. After the third step, you're all done now. Well, one more thing is go visit with each person tomorrow and ask them where they're at on their target. Say, okay, what activity do you need help on? Then let them go back to work. Next day, go visit them one more time. Hey, where are you at yesterday? Where'd you go yesterday? What do you need help on? 5 minutes a day. That's your assignment between now and then. Book, meet with, and serve 7 new households. If you do that, you won't just cover the investment, you'll multiply it 10x before we even start. No guarantees on anything out there in the world, of course, but I'll have you consider that there's a high likeliness you'll hit all 7. And if you only hit 1, you're at break even. This stuff works. Just imagine what some of the intentional training will be able to produce if I'm making crazy, outlandish promises like that. Does this make sense? Are you with me? I'll show you how to systemize that inside the event, but don't wait. Write down 7 now. Circle it and let's go. Because this is the window. It's not next year. It's not someday. Right now. Right now, while all the chaos is shaking the market, while AI is automating what used to be human, while quoting platforms and service bots are trying to make the local agent obsolete, you have a shot to lead. You have a shot to scale and to win. You must move your team from amateur to professionals, but only if you choose it. So what's it going to be? Another year stuck in survival, or a decision to build something better now? Pick your date, claim your seat. Let's build this thing. I'll see you inside the event, my 7X agency. My name is Tim Lecher. There's no pause in expansion. Let's go. You got this.